Good evening, baseball fans. I'm Denny Matthews. Now, whether you're a fan of the Toronto Blue Jays or the Kansas City Royals, either way you could admit that we've seen better days. Tonight, we go back to those better days. For the 2015 Blue Jays and Royals facing off at Kauffman Stadium. It's Game 2 of the ALCS coming up. Welcome all to Kauffman Stadium. The Blue Jays and the Royals coming up. We'll get to the lineup soon, but be aware that this is the 2015 versions of both teams. There you see David Price and Lorenzo CAIN, the starting pitcher for the Blue Jays and the center fielding slugger for the Kansas City Royals. And Yordano Ventura, you see his stats from 2015. He will begin to warm up, and like a scene from Field of Dreams, he will climb the mound and prepare to face this Blue Jays lineup. Ben Revere will be leading off, followed by Josh Donaldson and Jose Bautista. We're ready to go here in the ALCS Game 2. Ventura ready to pitch. Press sets up right down the middle, swing and a miss. Ventura blew it by him. No balls and one strike. Gets the sign from Salvador. Setting up inside, here's the pitch. Fouled off down the third base line. MOUSTAKAS misses it, trying to get it. He had to make a perfect play there to get Ben Revere in his speed. So now Ventura will have to watch that speed as he begins to face Donaldson. Donaldson, you see his numbers for 2015. He was, of course, the American League MVP. He also made the last out of the ALCS in this season. Batting right-handed. Salvador makes the call. Ventura shook him off at first, but he's ready to go now. Will Revere run? He will not. Strike one. Donaldson watch it. And there you see the umpires for tonight. Jerry Hillsdale behind the plate, making the calls for this game. We'll see if Revere runs here. Revere getting on, and what was practically a swinging bunt, and Ventura throws down to see if he can get him. Not even close. He just needs to keep him honest over there. He goes again. Oh, he's in. Again, Revere not even having to slide. Sets up, see if he throws this time. Outside, 1 ball and 1 strike. Revere not going anywhere on that one. Ventura still has to watch. The pitch. Swung on, hit deep to right field, but RIOS camps underneath it. This is out number 1. Revere had to go halfway, so he will go back to first. Still trying to get in scoring position for Jose Bautista. He couldn't do it. You see the rest of the Blue Jays lineup tonight. And unless Bautista hits into a double play, Ventura will have to face those 2 sluggers at 3 and 4. Bautista and Encarnacion. Will Perez set up low? No, it's a pitch out. Really watching Revere there. We saw several pickoffs to first, and now we've seen a pitch out. So ball 1 to Bautista. The 1-0. Ventura goes. That's a ball. And ball up high, just above the letters of Bautista. Ventura sets up again. Didn't exactly hit Perez's spot there. And now the 2-0. Revere not going. Strike 1 right down the middle. Bautista watches. Already trying to run up Ventura's pitch count. Even if they do, they still have to face the Royals bullpen at some point. And as many of you may remember, that is a tough one. The 2-1. Grounded. Escobar to second. Out to first. Double play. And Ventura only has to face 3 in the first inning. We'll be right back with the bottom. We are listening to the Royals Radio Network. And there you see David Price, the 2012 Cy Young winner. Also won a World Series with the Boston Red Sox in 2018. And you see his numbers for the 2015 season, which was split between Detroit and Toronto. First batter he will face is Alcides Escobar. You see his numbers for 2015. He, of course, won a Gold Glove and was the ALCS MVP in this season. Price ready to go. Here's his first pitch. Ball 1 low. Escobar not swinging as he normally does, but that was an easy pitch to take. Russell will give his singles. Russell Martin sets up low again. Missed his spot, but he got Escobar to swing. It may have been a strike anyway, so 1 ball and 1 strike. And he's ready to go again. The 1-1. Escobar grounds it. Donaldson has it. The throw to first is in time. So Price will get the leadoff man, Escobar. And Ben Zobrist is coming up next. You see the Royals lineup now. You got Zobrist and CAIN coming up in this inning. If anyone gets on, they can see Hosmer. Very dangerous lineup. Much like the Blue Jays. And Ben Zobrist, switch hitter batting right-handed, playing second base today. Of course, won 2 World Series in a row with 2 different teams, the Royals in 2015 and then the Cubs in 2016. Swung on, foul to the left side. A good rip, but way early. This will only be the 5th pitch for Price today. The 0-1. Ball, low again, 1-1. Price working slowly as he normally does. Waits for a minute, and he goes. Swung on, fouled to the left side again. Jersley had to get out of the way. Now it'll be 1-2. Zobrist, usually known for his good eye, we'll see if he can extend the at-bat. Fouled again. He will extend it slightly. Still 1-2. Definitely want to get on base for Hosmer and Morales coming up. Fouled again. Once again to the right side. Now this will be the 9th pitch for Price. Zobrist really making him work in this at-bat. Ball 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And this is what Yost wants to see. Want to get to that Blue Jays bullpen. As early as it is, at-bats like this matter. Martin sets up low, and he has run the count full. Good job by Zobrist, fouling many pitches off. Now he's got the count full. Price about to throw his 11th pitch. Foul to the right side again. Really making him work. Keep in mind, Hosmer's in the on-deck circle, seeing all these pitches too. Broken bat down the first base line and foul again. Zobrist will get a new bat. And you will see another 3-2 pitch. Martin sets up high. Grounded to Tulowitzki. And after all that, Zobrist will be out number 2.
Batting third.
Another easy ground ball, at least. Zobrist did keep him out there. And you see how the defense is set up behind Price tonight. Lineups brought to you by the parking spot. Easy to spot, easy to park. The parking spot at KCI. Here comes Lorenzo CAIN. He was 5th in MVP voting in 2015. First pitch, swung on down the left field line, but foul. Now the 0-1 pitch. Ball 1, outside, maybe a little bit high too. CAIN trying to extend the inning. ZOBRIST did a good job extending Price's pitch count, number 16 for him, and CAIN fouls it off. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Martin setting up low. CAIN grounds it. This one's to Goins, and it'll be a 1-2-3 inning for David Price. We go to the top of the second. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Welcome back. There's the designated hitter, EDWIN Encarnacion, batting 4th, leading off the inning after Bautista ended the first, hitting into a double play. Ventura ready to start the inning, only threw 9 pitches in the first. That double play really helped. Strike 1 on the lower part of the plate, but it was in there. We'll see it on show track. Just where you want it to be. Encarnacion watched it go by. A good spot for Yordano Ventura. Right down the middle, and Encarnacion watches it. Now he's in trouble, 0-2. Good pitching by Ventura. Have to go right after the power. Perez way inside, and it's fouled off. Still 0-2. After what was pretty much a waste pitch by Ventura on the 0-2 count, Encarnacion swung and fouled it off. Perez in the same spot, swung on and missed, and Ventura has his first strikeout. Only took 4 pitches. And now you see the excellent defense that is behind Ventura tonight. Several Gold Gloves. Of course, Perez has won a Gold Glove too. And back out, and here's Colabello. He had a career high in average in 2015. Of course, now plays for the Indians. Perez setting up low. He's been doing that a lot with Ventura. And it's in there. Strike 1. Colabello's size gives him a very tall strike zone. The 1-0-1. Excuse me.
1-1.
It's high. 1 ball and 1 strike. Ventura not going after him as quickly as he did Encarnacion. The first pitch was a great spot. Perez will go for it again. And that curveball goes right into the strike zone. Colabello could not pull the trigger. It is now 1-2. He's in trouble, like Encarnacion before him. We'll see if Ventura can put him away too. 17th pitch for him coming up. Perez is inside. Way inside. But it's fouled off to the left side. Still 1-2. Setting up low again. That's been working. Foul to the right side. It's going. No, it's fair ball. Colabello had to stop it first. Rios did a good job getting to it. He'll have to stop it first.
Batting 6.
Now with 1 out, Ventura will have to face the shortstop, Troy Tulowitzki. Colabello taking it the other way, right down the line. Looked like the wind was going to blow it foul. Stayed just in the line. Rios got to it quickly as Ventura throws ball 1. Hoping for another double play like he got in the top of the first. Going from the stretch again. Doesn't have to worry about speed this time. Colabello is not a great base stealer. The 1-0. Foul to the right side. Steps out of the box after that one. We're ready to go again. Perez making the call. A little outside. Ventura hit his mark. and Tulowitzki fouled it off. The 1-2 now. Swung on, grounded, foul. One, two. Colabello trying to get into scoring position, see if Tulowitzki can get him there. For Russell Martin, grounded, bounces off of Perez, and Colabello will get there himself. Bounced right in front of Salvi, and it got behind him. So now our runner is in scoring position, with one out here in the second. Got just under his leg. Ventura will have to work around that, try and pick up his teammate. A wild pitch, so that's on Ventura. The 2-2. Foul to the right side again, into the stands. Rios went out to get it, he had no play. Ventura looks back at Colabello, and he goes. Outside, and it goes to a full count. Russell Martin on deck. Seeing if he can bring in this run. Ventura doesn't want him coming up with two guys on. See if he goes right after Tulowitzki. Perez up high, and it is ball 4. So man on first and second, with one out here in the second inning.
Batting 7, the catcher, number 55.
Luckily for Ventura, he is facing the bottom part of the order. The catcher, Russell Martin, coming up. He does not have great speed. So another chance for a double play. And he really needs one. Strike one. Good start. Perez will likely be trying to go low to get that double play. He'll go up high this time. Fouled off. Popped up. Perez going back to get it. He has it. Out number 2. Not a double play, but a great pitch by Ventura. Very important to get that out. The runners will not advance, and there are now 2 outs in the second inning. So here's Kevin Pillar. Ventura really having to work in this inning. That first pitch, inside, ball 1. Ventura sets up again. He's working slowly now. Still watching Colabello, making sure he doesn't try to run while he's not paying attention. And this is chopped foul. One ball and 1 strike. Ventura sets. And he throws. Grounded to the left side. MOUSTAKAS has it. Steps on third. And that's the end of the inning. The threat will not come to pass. We move to the bottom of the second. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. We're ready to go in the bottom of the second.
Leading off for the Royals, first baseman, Eric
Low.
Hosmer.
So the first pitch Price throws in the second is low, ball 1 to Hosmer. Royals went 1-2-3 in the first. This is chopped foul right behind home plate. 1 ball and 1 strike. This is fouled, so 1 ball and 2 strikes on Hosmer. Trying to get something going against Price. The Blue Jays had a threat in the second. They could not do anything with it. Ventura did a great job working out of it. Rounded to Goins again. He throws to first. Out number 1.
Batting fifth, designated hitter.
So now here comes the powerful switch hitter. Batting right-handed for the lefty pitcher. Kendrys Morales. Great numbers in 2015. Pretty much a second career for him after hurting himself way back in 2012 while he was playing for the Angels. Fans weren't really happy with that call. Nevertheless, it is no balls and 1 strike. Martin setting up low. Outside, good eye by Morales. So now 1 ball and 1 strike. David Price, a hard pitcher to get to.
That's ball 2.
Ball 2, down low again. We've seen both pitchers going down there. No surprise, especially with Ventura and the powerful lineup. It's been working for Price. He's gotten a lot of ground balls. Swing and a miss. Morales way out in front of it. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two. Price goes. Swung on to shallow right. And Bautista will get it for out number 2. First 5 men Price has faced are outs. So now here's Mike Moustakas. He was voted in to the All-Star game, which totaled 6 players for the Kansas City Royals in the 2015 All-Star game. Strike 1. A little bit outside, but in there. The 0-1 to Moustakas. And then Moustakas is not happy with that one. It appeared to be low and outside. It is strike 2. And you could hear the crowd reaction. They weren't happy with it either. No balls and 2 strikes on Moustakas. Inside, ball 1. Keeps the at-bat going. Martin, way outside. Moustakas taking all the way, 2-2. Martin went so far outside, Moustakas may have seen it out of the corner of his eye. 3-2. Moustakas had worked the count even. Payoff pitch coming up. It'll be Price's 32nd of the game. 2 outs in the bottom of the 2nd inning. Swung on and missed, and Moustakas will strike out. He made Price work a little bit, but we go to the 3rd inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. There you see the beautiful skyline of downtown Kansas City, Missouri. And we head a few miles to the east, back to Kauffman Stadium. Ryan Goins will lead off the inning.
Second baseman, Ryan Goins.
The 9-hole hitter, who of course made the error in the 2015 ALCS in Game 2 that led to a Royals comeback and another Price collapse in the playoffs. First pitch by Ventura is a ball. He has Revere coming up, who got somewhat of a lucky hit to lead off the game. This is flied out to right center. Here comes CAIN. Good job getting to it. He has some great range. And the leadoff man is gone. So we're about to go back to the top. Ben Revere coming to the plate. The swinging bunt that Moustakas could not pick up, and with his speed, Moustakas might not have had a play anyway, which is why it was ruled a single. Ball inside. Now the 1-0. Another ball. Ventura not looking happy, especially considering that pitch was called a strike on Moustakas in the bottom of the 2nd. So 2-0. Perez sets up right down the middle. But it's outside. So Revere has a hitter's count. We'll see if he's taking. Perez likely, yep, he does set up right down the middle. And this is a strike on the lower part of the plate, but in there anyway. And you definitely don't want to give Revere a base. He did not run on Ventura his last time. You got to be careful with Perez behind the plate. Perez setting up down the middle again. Popped up. It is foul over the Royals dugout. So another payoff pitch. Much like the way the second ended. Swung on, flied out to right field. Rios going out to get it. Still going, back at the wall. He catches it at the wall. Good range by Rios, catching it pretty much over his shoulder. And that's out number 2. So now the dangerous Josh Donaldson will come up. He, of course, gets a warm reception from the crowd here. Taking his time getting into the plate. Probably explains the reaction. Ventura ready to go again. Perez sets up low for the power hitter. Wasn't in a good spot, but he does fly it out to CAIN, who is already waiting. Out number 3, and Ventura has his first 1-2-3 inning. We go to the bottom of the inning. Perez, Gordon, and Rios coming up. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Salvador Perez coming up. The Royals still looking for their first hit. As Price has faced the minimum through the first 2 innings, not allowing a single base runner on a hit, a walk, or an error. And if Perez gets on, you still have to watch for the double play. Swung on, grounded to Goins, makes a good play. Rushed the play a little bit, but still an out. You don't have to throw that fast with Perez on base, of course.
Left fielder, Alex Gordon.
And here comes Alex Gordon, one of the big heroes here in Kansas City, the longest tenured Royal. Left-handed hitter facing a left-handed pitcher. Ball low. Gordon, much like ZOBRIST, has a very good eye and can make pitchers work. And they are looking for their first base runner here in the bottom of the 3rd. Swung on, foul to the right side. One to Gordon. Here's the pitch. Inside. 2-1. Gordon ahead again. Price looks a little frustrated. I don't know if that's with the call or with himself. He did miss his spot. Right down the middle. That's where Martin's setting up. It's called a strike. Again, the fan's not happy. It did look on the outside part of the plate. Already, it seems like David Price and Ventura are getting some different strike zones. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Swung on, belted to left field. Revere is there, and that's out number 2.
Batting 9, right fielder.
So now here comes Alex Rios. Right fielder for the Royals, spent much of the 2015 season on the disabled list. Still had some big moments in the playoffs, though. Usually at the end of the game, it gets subbed out for Paulo Orlando on defense. We'll see if he can get on base for the Royals. Trying to be the first player in this game to do it so far. Martin setting up low again. Rios started off strong in the 2015 season, but after he came back from the disabled list, he just wasn't the same. The last game he played, Game 5 of the 2015 World Series, he spent 2 years on free agency until he decided to call it a retirement. 2 balls and no strikes. See if Price puts one in this time. And there's a strike on the lower part of the plate. Rios, much like Colabello, has a very tall strike zone. Still didn't look happy with the call. The 2-1 pitch. Swung on, fouled off. So Price even the counts at 2. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on, fouled off again. Bouncing behind the plate. Rios gets back into the batter's box. Still alive here. 2-2 again. Swung on, grounded, foul again. Kuntz, even though it went right by his feet, didn't even move. Rios fighting on this one. Made a good play in the last inning. Swung on and missed, and a pitch way inside. He was fooled on that one. So we go back to the top. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Jose Bautista, also with a warm reception, steps to the plate, taking time much like Donaldson, tying his shoes, and that can't make the crowd here in Kansas City happy. Making Ventura wait like that. But we go now. Right down the middle, and Bautista watches it to the delight of the crowd here at Kauffman Stadium. Don't know what Bautista was looking for if it wasn't for that. The 0-1. Perez inside. Fouled off. 0-2. He's got Bautista right where he wants him. See if he goes for a waste pitch. Perez low and outside. And he fools Bautista, striking him out on 3 pitches. And that is exactly what they want to see here in Kansas City. A waste pitch by Ventura. He hits Perez's mark perfectly. And Bautista swings and misses. So here's Encarnacion. Perez sets up low for him. Strike 1. Didn't exactly hit his mark, but it works anyway. He, of course, struck out in his first at-bat. That was Ventura's first. Fouled off. And now Encarnacion following up Bautista, down 0-2. Outside, a good location for Ventura, but Encarnacion does have a good eye. He was pacing, unlike Bautista, and the count is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swung out and missed. 2 strikeouts to start the 4th inning. Good pitching by Ventura. Looks like he's really starting to turn it on.
Now batting, first baseman.
Struggled through the first 2 innings.
COLABELLO.
Then he got a 1-2-3 in the 3rd, and now he has struck out the first 2 batters he's faced here in the 4th. And here's Chris Colabello, who got a single in his first at-bat. Swung on and missed. That pitch hung for so long that Colabello got out in front of it. The 0-1 started all 3 batters so far this inning with strike 1 and strike 2 until that pitch. So now Colabello has the count even at 1-1. Ventura about to throw his 50th pitch of the game. Strike 2, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Trying to finish off COLABELLO. One strike away from striking out the side. Swung on. He won't strike out the side. Gordon going out to get it. It will be a 1-2-3 inning. Shot down the last 6 batters in the last 2 innings. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Escobar leading off the 4th inning. Of course, led off the 1st. So far, Price has pitched a perfect game, sitting down all 9 batters his first time through the order. Of course, in this game in 2015, he was pitching shutout baseball until the 8th, until that GOINS error that was mentioned earlier, when him and Bautista had a miscommunication that led to a Royals rally. Strike 1. Escobar being a little patient now. The 0-1 to him. Fouled off. Strike 2. The 0-2 pitch. And it's in the dirt for ball 1. Price has, of course, been statistically pitching better than Ventura, but his pitch count is not much lower. The Royals have done a good job making him pitch, and in the long run, that could help them. Grounded foul.
Nope, that's foul.
Donaldson fielded it in foul territory anyway. And they call Escobar out on strikes. A ball at the letters. Escobar disagrees. Out number 1, and Price has sat down the first 10 men he's faced. Here's Ben ZOBRIST. Even though he grounded out in the first, he made Price work for it. See if he can do it again. Price has thrown 50 pitches. Strike 1. Price, of course, locating well, too. Both pitchers really finding a good groove. Swung on, grounded. Donaldson has it. Throw to first is in time. ZOBRIST didn't really make Price work much on that at bat. So here comes CAIN. Price is 1 out away from getting through his 4th perfect inning. We'll see if CAIN has anything to say about it. Price has got to watch his pitch count, too. He's going into his 53rd pitch. Martin sets up low. Swung on, lined into left field. It is foul. Revere went after it, runs into the wall. Didn't have much of a play on it. Now the 0-1 pitch to CAIN. A good swing. Swung on and missed at a pitch low. He was fooled on that one. So now no balls and 2 strikes on CAIN. Swung on, fouled off again. Price once again 0-2. And that is a ball on the outside lower part of the plate. Good eye there by CAIN to keep this at-bat going. Now the 1-2. Another pitch. Low, this one all the way in the dirt. 2 balls and 2 strikes. CAIN still waiting for a good pitch to hit. He got a good one in the first pitch. Fouled it off to left field. Trying to get another one.
3.
And they call him out on strikes. CAIN not happy, much like Escobar. Nevertheless, we go to the top of the 5th. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. TULOWITZKI leading off the top of the 5th. We'll see if Ventura can keep his hot streak going. struck out Bautista and Encarnacion in the fourth, a very difficult task. This first pitch, he backs Tulowitzki off the plate with a pitch inside. So 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch is low. Now Tulowitzki ahead. 2 balls and no strikes. Ventura went right after the 3, 4, and 5 hitters in the fourth, being tentative with Tulowitzki here. About to throw his 54th pitch. Inside. 3-0 to Tulowitzki. He, of course, walked his last time up. In a good position to do that again. The 3-0. Strike on the upper half of the plate. Upper half of Tulowitzki. Good location, but of course Tulowitzki likely taking all the way. 3 balls and 1 strike. Perez sitting up low. And Tulowitzki fouls it off. So now the count goes full. Perez sets up in the same spot. And it's low. And once again, Ventura gets Tulowitzki to a full count and then walks him.
The catcher, number 55, Russell Martin.
Now the catcher, Russell Martin, will come up with a man on first and nobody out. He, of course, pops straight up to Perez. A very crucial out in the second inning. And a double play would be nice. Tulowitzki has some speed. Maybe unlikely at this point in the game if he goes. Strike 1. Starting off ahead of Martin. He did not do that with Tulowitzki, and he's got a man on first because of it. Might have been a little high to a more stout batter like Martin. 0-1 to him. Swung on, grounded foul, and now Ventura is ahead 0-2. Fouled it right into the Royals dugout. Perez up high. Backs Martin off the plate. A waste pitch. Martin doesn't look happy with Ventura on that one. Ventura not bothered in the slightest by the stare he's getting from Martin. I'm sure no Royals fans are surprised by that one.
Nope.
That pitch is low. Martin evens the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. A good pitch by Ventura, but Martin did not swing at it. The 2-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt. He got him that time. Ventura wins that battle after walking the first hitter. He strikes out the second. And of course, because first was occupied, Martin had to just walk back to the dugout. So here's Kevin Pillar.
That's a ball.
A ball outside.
No strikes.
A good series of pitches against Martin. He's got to put together another one to get Pillar. The Royals' bats have been silent. The Blue Jays' bats not as silent. But Ventura's doing a good job keeping them away from home plate. 1-1 on that foul ball. Of course, his pitch count getting up there. 65 pitches on that one. Ball outside. And another questionable call, especially after looking at the Royals' strike zone so far. Two balls and 1 strike. And Tulowitzki was off and running, and it's grounded into left field for a base hit. Tulowitzki, because he was running, does get to third base. Throw is late. So now men on the corners with 1 out here in the 5th inning.
GOINS.
Moustakas would have had to been playing on the line to get that one. So here's Goins. The Royals need a double play. A pitch out. Don't know why you pitch out with a man on third. Perez did not throw. Still men on the corners. Perez walks back behind the plate, gets ready to go again. On the most stressful inning for Ventura so far.
That's ball two.
And that's another ball.
2 balls, no strike.
Apparently high or inside. Hard to tell on that one. Two-0 pitch to Ryan Goins, the number 9 hitter in the Blue Jays lineup. Swung on, chopper. Perez gets it. It was ruled foul. So now it'll be 2 balls and 1 strike. Perez looked like he wanted to play at third if that ball was fair. And it hits Goins to load the bases. Ventura went too far inside. Goins staring down Ventura. Can't say that being intentional. Looked like neither Ventura or Perez was expecting that pitch. So now back to the top with the bases loaded. He is Ben Revere. He is a hard hitter to double up. Strike 1. Ventura needs a strikeout or a double play. Another pop out like Martin had would be welcome too. The 0-1. Swung on into shallow right. Rios has it. And nobody decided to move on it. It was too shallow. Tulowitzki went halfway and then went back. And that was an out Ventura desperately needed. Donaldson, no cakewalk. He is 0 for 2 so far. Ventura really needs an out, and this is a tough hitter to get out. Of course, the American League MVP in 2015. Bases loaded. 2 outs. Top of the 5th. Still nothing. Ventura trying to keep it that way with apparently ball 1, and the crowd is not happy. Ventura not happy. Shakes it off. Prepares to go again. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, grounded. ZOBRIST has it. The throw to first is in time. Hosmer almost got pulled off the base by that throw. But Ventura gets out of it again. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading off for the Royals.
And here's the bottom of the 5th inning. Hosmer leading off again. Price still throwing a perfect game. He will face lefty, righty-lefty in this inning. And he is tough on left-handed hitters. Ball 1, up high. Again, the best change for the Royals is if Ventura can keep hanging zeros, and they need to wear down Price. Swung on, fouled off to the left side. A good rip by Hosmer. Just missed it. 1 ball and 1 strike. Did he go? They didn't even appeal. It was called a ball. So 2 balls and 1 strike. Surprised Martin didn't appeal to the third base umpire. Strike 2. A good spot by David Price to get the count back even. Hosmer down to his last strike. Trying to be the first base runner for the Royals. Swung on and missed. He will strike out. And Price has had their number.
Now batting.
Kendrys Morales coming up, and if Price gets another 1-2-3 inning, this will be the only right-handed batter he has to face, the switch hitter, Kendrys Morales. A power bat. First pitch to him. Low. Again, looked like about at Morales' shins, but it is strike one. Morales did not protest. Swung on, this is hit in the right field. It is going foul. Just a few feet over to the left, the Royals would have had their first base runner. It would have been a double. But now Morales is down 0-2. A loud strike two. And that ball is way inside at Morales' feet. He backs off. It is now 1 ball and 2 strikes. The pitch by Price. And Morales did not go. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Good job by Morales. They did appeal on that one, and it went the Royals' way again. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Morales. And he swings and misses. And Price strikes out the first 2 batters he faces in the 5th inning.
Third baseman.
Definitely a pitcher's duel in this one.
Moustaka.
Ventura had a very rough 2nd and 5th inning. Price has not had to pitch from the stretch once. And here's Moustakas. Seems like the Blue Jays dugout is trying to signal something to Price. Looked like he's telling him to stay outside. Moustakas is a very good pull hitter. And the first pitch is outside, but on the outside part of the strike zone for strike one. Fouled off, and Moustakas is down 0-2. Price looking to strike out the side. He is about to throw his 71st pitch for the 5th inning. Slightly high. Ball 1. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Moustakas. And he swings and misses. Price will strike out the side. He has had no stress today. We go to the top of the 6th inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Jose Bautista leading off the inning, of course, struck out on 3 pitches. His last at bat. A beautiful inning by Yordano Ventura. Strike 1. Fooling Bautista again on that one. About throwing 76 pitches. Price only a few pitches behind him. And Ventura's had some stressful innings. Compared to Price, that's impressive. 0-2 pitch to Bautista. A waste pitch in the dirt. Bautista watches that one easily, unlike his last at bat. So 1 ball and 2 strikes. Perez setting up low again. And this is grounded back to Ventura. Bautista not very fast. Throw to first is in time. And the leadoff man is gone for the Blue Jays.
Now batting, the designated hitter, EDWIN ENCARNACION.
You see his numbers so far. Only 3 hits and 2 walks, but it still led to 2 very stressful innings, especially the 5th, when you had the bases loaded. Ball 1 outside to Encarnacion, who also struck out his last at bat, following up Bautista. It was a 1-2-3 inning for Ventura in the 4th, and then a very stressful inning for Ventura in the 5th. Very important for him to get the leadoff man out in this inning. He's trying to hang as many zeros as he can while the Royals try to figure out David Price. He throws ball 2, low, and outside. Of course, the bottom of the Royals lineup, Perez, Gordon, and Rios coming up next. Ventura may be looking at 2 innings he has to hang zeros in. A good pitch. A good spot for Encarnacion to hit, but he was watching, and now it's 2 balls and 1 strike.
Counted 3-1.
3-1. Another easy pitch for Encarnacion to lay off of. Colabello's on deck if he gets walked, but Encarnacion is not a fast base runner. You won't have to worry about a stolen base. The 3-1 pitch to Encarnacion, a power hitter.
No, that's a ball.
And he walks him. A high pitch. After getting the leadoff man, he walks Encarnacion. He has to face Chris Colabello now with a man on first. I'm sure Ventura wants to avoid another stressful inning. One for 2, Colabello. But he is also a double play threat. And once again, Ventura will have to look for that. Swung on, grounded to Hosmer, right where he wants it. Out at second, Escobar back to first, and Ventura gets there just in time. And he quickly gets rid of the walk. We go to the bottom of the inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. Perez, the catcher, leading off yet another inning, as we are now in the bottom of the 6th, and David Price is throwing a no-hitter. A perfect game. He has also thrown 72 pitches. So the Royals still trying to wear him down. So far to no avail. The bottom of the lineup here is 7, 8, and 9 hitters. Pitch by Price. 0, ball 1. Perez is not a hitter that walks a whole lot. Usually pitchers just go right after him. Even if he does walk, if he gets on base, there's always a chance for a double play. Perez cannot steal. Hitting a double can sometimes be difficult, as that pitch is outside. 2-0. Perez ahead. And we've seen Perez use these counts to hit long balls. Ball 3, and Price not happy with that one. Probably the first time today he's not happy with the strike zone. Perez definitely has a hitter's count right now. The 3-0 pitch. Martin sets up down the middle. And of course, Perez taking all the way. Strike 1. Getting Price's pitch count up. Also important too, Ventura throwing a shutout. The 3-1 pitch. Swung on, popped into shallow right. Here's Bautista. And the leadoff man in the 6th is gone. Also, by the way, this is our Sonic Slam inning. Our Sonic Slam contestant is Alvin Davenport from Junction City, Kansas. If the Royals hit a home run out of the park in this inning, Alvin will win $900. If they hit a grand slam, then he'll win $25,000 from Sonic and the Kansas City Royals. So here's Gordon with 1 out. Another left-handed batter facing this tough left-handed pitcher. And that pitch was strike 1 on the inner part of the plate. Another good spot. Swung on and missed, strike 2. Price has Gordon where he wants him. But Gordon has a good eye. Can he work the count back into his favor? He will see that pitch up high. 1-2. Gordon not going to swing at a waste pitch to strike out on 3. See Martin put down a 4 there. And he sets up low. Swung on and missed, strike 3, and Gordon is out number 2 on another Price strikeout.
The right fielder, number 15, Alex Rios.
See the pitch count for him, the pitch breakdown so far. First inning the longest, but they are still making him work. He's up to 82 pitches. You gotta wonder how much he has left. So far the Royals are showing no signs of getting him. Strike 1, inside, Rios steps out, shaking his head. That was pretty much in his batter's box. No balls and 1 strike. Ball inside. 1 ball and 1 strike to Rios. Swung on, chopped foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. The 9-hole hitter. Price trying to pitch 6 perfect innings. Rounded up the middle, and Rios breaks it up. The Royals have their first base runner, and it is the 9-hole hitter, the right fielder Alex Rios, standing on first. And for the first time, Price will have to pitch from the stretch. Back to the top, Escobar coming up. A nice ground ball up the middle for Rios to keep the inning alive. And now the Royals have some life. May not be much with 2 outs and a man on first, but it's better than what they've had so far. And you also now have to take Price's pitch count even more into consideration, as he's about to throw his 86th to Alcides Escobar. Rios has some speed. Probably not enough to steal in this situation. Ball 1, and that's not what Price wanted to see after giving up his first hit. One ball, no strikes to Escobar. See if he can get Price to work a little bit more. Swung on, lined into left center field. It drops in front of Pilar, and the Royals get 2 hits in a row. Definitely some life for them now.
The second baseman, number 18,
and maybe that pitch count is getting to him now that he's facing the top of the lineup again. And Ben Zobrist, the one man who's been able to make him work more than any other so far, comes to the plate. Batting right-handed, the switch hitter. Definitely some life here in Kauffman Stadium with 2 base runners. A big spot for Zobrist. Swung on, foul into the Royals dugout again. Rios takes his lead. You can see him in the shot. Price looking back at him. Ball low. Be interesting to see his pitch location as he goes into 90 pitches. Some stress for Price. Swung on, grounded. Colabello dives and gets it and does manage to end the inning. So close to the Royals getting their first run. But now we have to go into the 7th. A nice play by Colabello to end it. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network. You see the game summary so far, not a lot of offense, only 3 hits for the Blue Jays and 2 for the Royals, both coming in the last inning. Ventura has now pitched 6 innings, only given up 3 hits, 3 walks, he has struck out 4. And Troy Tulowitzki, who has walked twice, will lead off the inning as Luke Kochaver has started warming up in the Royals bullpen. And you can bet if this gets stressful again, Ventura's night will be over. He's thrown 84 pitches. Price has actually thrown more.
Counts 1-0.
Ball inside. Tulowitzki with a good eye again. Ventura needs to go after him. He's led him on base twice. 2 of his 3 walks for Tulowitzki. And ball 2, letting Tulowitzki get ahead of him again. And a 0 is very important with this inning, with Price starting to show signs of weakness. And you have CAIN, Hosmer, and Morales coming up in the next inning. Swung on, grounded to Escobar, shortstop to shortstop, and Escobar gets Tulowitzki out to lead off the inning. A very important out for Ventura at this point in the game. Escobar, the Gold Glover, running up, making a great play on that one. A nice, easy throw. Tulowitzki, not the best base runner. Russell Martin, now batting with 1 out in the 7th inning. Grounded on 1 pitch to ZOBRIST, a quick throw to first, and just like that, Ventura has 2 outs.
Center fielder, number 11, Kevin.
A big game pitcher for sure. We all remember the 2014 World Series in Game 6 when he pitched 6 shutout innings against the Giants to extend the series to 7. 88 pitches as he faces the 8-hitter, Kevin Pillar.
Nope.
Ball 1 outside. Pillar, of course, with a smaller strike zone. Ventura probably getting a little fatigued at this point. He's about to throw 90 pitches. The 1-0.
That's ball 2.
Ball outside. Ventura grimaces a bit as Perez gets the ball back to him. Let's see where it is. In the strike zone. Not a great call by the umpire, but it is 2-0. Ventura has to get back to it. He's seen that before. Ball 3. The 9-hole hitter is on deck. If he walks Pillar, Pillar can run. The 3-0. Strike 1. Just trying to get any strike in there. You can sense a little bit of frustration after that ball 2 call. Swung on. Fly it out to center field. CAIN is there. And it is a 1, 2, 3, 7th inning for Yordano Ventura. Stretch time in Kansas City. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Leading off for the Royals.
Bottom of the 7th. Prime time for the Royals to score with their 3, 4, and 5 hitters coming up. And David Price starting to waver in the last inning. First pitch is a strike on the lower part of the plate. The Royals have to swing if they want to hit it. Price has a much bigger strike zone that he's been throwing to than Yordano Ventura. 92 pitches for him on this one. And that ball is low. Count is even at 1. Climbs back on top of the mound, gets ready to throw to CAIN again. And CAIN got close several times in his last at-bat. Swung on, grounded right to Donaldson. He throws to first for out number 1. And Hosmer, the only lefty in this set of 3, will come to the plate with 1 out. And has clearly been their lefties today, struggling more than anyone else against David Price. Ball high. Good eye by Hosmer. Price fast approaching the 100 pitch mark. No hitter is gone, but like Ventura, he's still throwing a shutout, so a double shutout going. In there, strike 1. And that's where Hosmer wanted it. He did not pull the trigger. Waving his bat around. Ready for Price to go again. A 1-1. Outside. And you got to think Brett Cecil is watching that pitch count very closely now.
That's ball 3.
That is low, and Hosmer is 1 pitch away from being on first with Kendrys Morales coming up. The 98th pitch. Chopped, and the count goes full. And full counts have, of course, not gone well for the Royals. After all, they do only have 2 hits in this game. Swung on, fouled off to the left side. Hosmer trying to end their bad fortune on 3-2 pitches. Another payoff. The 100th pitch. Swung on. This is lined hard to right field. Hosmer ahead of that one. Good swings. Nothing came of either of them. Another payoff. Swung on, chopped to Tulowitzki. Good shortstop. Throwing to first. And Hosmer is safe. Tulowitzki took way too long to throw that ball. And the Royals have a base runner. Hosmer with some speed. But that play should have been made by the Gold Glove shortstop. He just held it too long. And now here's Morales, batting right-handed, a power hitter. He's also a slow base runner, so a double play has to be on David Price's mind right now. Just like that, as you see there, both teams have the same number of hits. The 1-0 to Morales. Swung on, fouled off. The last thing he wants to do is hit it on the ground and end the inning, especially with Price now in the triple digits. Swung on, hit high into center field. Won't be a double play, but it will be out number 2 as Hosmer will have to go back. Pilar catches it and just throws it into Goins.
Third baseman, number 8, Mike.
You see his pitch breakdown. Only 1 curveball thrown today. Living off his two-seam. Two-seam and changeup. And now here's Moustakas, another left-handed batter, facing the tough left-hander, David Price. It is interesting as Price starts the waiver. It was the 8th inning in this game in 2015, where everything fell apart for the Blue Jays. Swing and a miss and a bad pitch and a bad swing by Moustakas. Should have watched that one go by. Instead, he is now down, no balls, and 2 strikes, with a man on first, 2 outs. 107 pitches for David Price. Chopped, foul. Keeps the at-bat alive. Did a good job getting a piece of that one. And another bad swing by Moustakas, and the inning ends. The Royals strand a runner. We move to the top of the 8th inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Your attention, please. Pinch hitting for Toronto, number 30.
And you see the Blue Jays making a bit of a change here. Deanna Navarro batting for Ryan Goins, the backup catcher. So Ryan Goins out of the game as Ventura starts the 8th inning with ball 1. Strange they picked Navarro. He is not a speed threat. He has a pretty good bat, especially for a backup catcher. But no speed. Ball out, way up high. Ventura pitching around the pinch hitter here. Yost has to be considering bringing in Hotaver if something goes wrong here. Grounded, it bounces off of Ventura's foot, and there is no play at first. I'm surprised Ventura even threw it. Navarro does not run well, but that deflected so hard off of Ventura's foot. He could not get to it in time. Moustakas playing too far away, and the leadoff man is on. Ventura waving off Nick Kenny, saying he's fine. But Ned Yost will get him anyway. And with that, Giordano Ventura will return to the cornfields of Iowa. Back to the rotation with Jose Fernandez and Roy Halladay. Thank you, Ventura. We miss you. And here comes Luke Hosaver,
number 44.
Who really got a reputation in the 2015 season for being a fireman, the guy who could put out tough situations. And even though there's a slow runner on first, in a game like this situation is tough. Yost Man, the second longest tenured Royal on the team, will pitch, and a pinch runner will come in for Deanna Navarro, Dalton Pompey. So Hochaver will have to keep that in mind as he faces the top of the Blue Jays lineup. Ben Revere, 1 for 3 today, coming up. And on top of Hochaver, Yost has begun warming up Ryan Matchin. See if Pompey runs. Ball out, way up high on the short stature of Revere. Be a strike on Bautista, not Revere. Strike one, he puts that one in there. Pompey has not shown any signs of running yet. After these first two pitches, Hochevar working very quickly. He is very quick to the plate, and Perez has a very good arm. Pompey may just be in there to get an extra base if a hit does come, as Hochevar throws it to first. It was late. Trying to keep Pompey honest. Goes to first again, once again late. 1-1. Once again the first.
No, he's in there.
Trying to keep Pompey there. Will Pompey run after 3 pickoffs? He will not. Swing and a miss. What was Revere swinging at? It seemed like a late decision. Hochevar's got him right where he wants him. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Man on first. Will he go? He will not. Swung on, fouled to the left side. Still 1-2. In any other situation, in any other game, a runner on first with nobody out wouldn't seem like much, but it is the top of the 8th inning, and scoring has been so difficult that this has become an important inning. And a very stressful one at that. Grounded right by Hosmer. Can't believe he missed it. Rios throws it into second, no play, and the Blue Jays have 2 fast base runners, Pompey and Revere, on base. Hosmer just reacted late to it, and it got by him. If he catches that, he has a double play. Pompey was far off the base, and now the dangerous Josh Donaldson comes to the plate. And on first and second, Hochevar allowing a hit, and Ventura's runner standing on second. No one's going. Strike one on the corner. Looked like Donaldson talking to himself a bit after that pitch. He's down 0-1. Donaldson needs a hit. Hochevar needs an out. Swung on, grounded, right side, and Donaldson is now down. No balls and 2 strikes. Fouled off again. 2 good rips for Donaldson. Still down 0-2. Swung on, grounded, Escobar. Throw to first, second in time. Throw to first in time. Even though a fast runner stands on third, the Royals have 2 outs, as Donaldson did not put that ball where he wanted it, right to Escobar. And the Royals so good at turning double plays. Hochevar got exactly what he wanted, but he does have to face Jose Bautista. Royals pitching, trying to hang 1 more 0. They got their tough bullpen in, and Price throwing over 100 pitches. How much longer will he last? Can the Royals get to their bullpen? Will Price even pitch in the bottom of the 8th? Ball 1. Hochevar does have to be careful with Bautista. This can go from a 0-0 game to a 2-0 game just by 1 bad pitch with this man at the plate. Crowd buzzing. Hochevar sets up on the 2-0. And the pitch. Strike 1, another good spot. That's where he put it with Donaldson to freeze him up. Two balls and 1 strike. In the same spot, but this time called a ball. 3 balls and 1 strike. Encarnacion is on deck. But better walking Bautista than giving up a home run on a 3-1 pitch. We'll see where he goes. He does walk him, throwing it inside, and he will have to face Encarnacion with men on the corners.
The batter, number 10.
Threw it in on him.
Hitter, EDWIN Encarnacion.
Ned Yost will not come out. He'll leave Hochevar out for this one. Ventura's runner on third. Hochevar's runner on first. 2 outs in the top of the 8th. Still 0-0, and Encarnacion coming up. He walked his last time. And they'll walk him again. Hochevar has decided he'd rather face COLABELLO than Encarnacion. So the bases will be loaded with 2 outs. A force will be anywhere on a ground ball.
Now batting, first baseman, Chris COLABELLO. Your attention, please.
And Encarnacion is out of the game for Cliff Pennington,
Number 9.
who I guess Cecil feels has more speed, regardless of the fact he has 2 runners in front of him. We'll see how that works out. Chris COLABELLO coming up. And that's a big bat out for the Blue Jays if it comes up again. Goins and Encarnacion out for the Blue Jays. The bases are loaded for the 2nd time today for the Blue Jays. Hochevar has to work out of another stressful situation like he's done so many times. Strike 1, COLABELLO way early. No balls and 1 strike. Swung on and missed. COLABELLO way fooled on that one. Really far inside, and he is mad at himself for swinging at it. He is down 0-2. Hochevar could really use a strikeout, but anywhere where there's a fielder would be good enough for him. Swung on, grounded foul. COLABELLO still in the stressful 0-2 count. Cheering him on. They want a strikeout. Inside, and Perez's spot was hit. But COLABELLO did not swing. It's only so much speed. On a pass ball, he may go. Hochevar needs to watch his spots. Swung on, grounded foul again. Still 1-2. Hochevar, who was brought in this inning after Navarro got a hit, has thrown 25 pitches, and he struck him out. Another strikeout with the bases loaded for Hochevar. And the fireman does it again. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Your attention, please. This change defensively.
Dalton Pompey will go to second. Of course, pitch running for Navarro, who pinch hit for Goins.
Dalton Pompey.
Pennington will be the DH for the remainder of the game, most likely. And Salvador Perez leading off the inning. He has some power. But if he gets on, I can see Dyson coming in to run for him. 109 pitches on this pitch for Price. Ball up. And he's got to be exhausted. Ventura's out of the game. Price stays in. Another stressful inning for the Royals. And another wasted opportunity for the Blue Jays as Perez hits it into right field. A leadoff base hit. And will we see Dyson or Gore?
The left fielder, number 4, Alex.
A good hit by Perez. Grounding it right into right field. And the Royals need a leadoff base runner. Yost will not go with a pinch runner. He will keep his catcher in the game at first. That means Price does not have to worry about speed. Gordon pops it up. Foul. 111 pitches for Price. Ball outside. Now, Yost's mindset may be that if this goes into extras, he will need Perez again. But on the flip side, Price does not have to worry about a base runner and a hitter at the same time. He just has to worry about Gordon. Inside, ball 2. And as much of a threat Gordon can be, it would be nice to have a fast base runner to distract Price. But Yost stays with his Gold Glove catcher. 2-1 to Gordon. Grounded foul. It would have been ball 3. Surprised Gordon even got a pace of it. So 2-2. Price showing some signs of fatigue, but can he get Gordon? Swung on, line to the left center field, a base hit, right over Tulowitzki. Perez goes to second.
The right fielder, number 15, Alex Rios.
2 men on, a good hit by Gordon, and Rios coming up. Rios, of course, getting the first hit off of David Price. And it looks like a meeting at the mound. Brett Cecil will come out, and David Price's day is done. And the Royals got what they wanted. They're in the Blue Jays bullpen.
Your attention, please. Now pitching for Toronto.
And the former Royal, Liam Hendricks, will come into the game.
Hendricks.
You see his numbers for 2015. Not bad for what was basically a spot starter. The Royals will try to jump on him. He's got to seem like a cakewalk compared to Price. And Dyson, now that there is a runner in scoring position, will come into the game. And Alex Rios in the game, getting his first hit. 1 and 2. Can he get another hit? Now it has come to my attention that Dyson has come in for Gordon, and Perez has stayed out there. Rios bunting, down the third base line, foul. So close. And you gotta wonder why Yost would take out Gordon for Dyson when Dyson's got a big roadblock in front of him. Ball 1, good job by Rios to pull back on the bunt. Of course, just trying to move both runners into scoring position. And if that happens, Dyson could score on a shallow hit to the outfield. Bunted again, this is foul, so now with 2 strikes, Rios has got to abandon the bunt. The 1-2. Swung on, popped straight up, and Rios did not do his job as the infield fly rule is called, and that's out number 1.
The shortstop, number 2, Alcides Escobar.
Alcides Escobar in the game now. Batting again, looking for a hit. Swung on, grounded, down the left side. It is foul. And at this point, they just want to hit. Escobar didn't even try to bunt. If he did, it might be 2 outs. And that was a good spot to hit. Escobar did not swing. So now he is down. No balls and 2 strikes. It will take a deep hit to get Perez in from second. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, line to the left field, a base hit. Perez will have to stop at third, but the bases are loaded with 1 out, and ZOBRIST coming up. And now the Royals, for the first time, have the bases loaded, and they are a threat to score. A man on third, a man on second, a man on first. And here's ZOBRIST coming up, a good hitter, facing Liam Hendricks. And after ZOBRIST got Price to work so much, can he get Hendricks to give up 1 more hit? That could potentially put the Royals up 2-0, which would pave the way for a Wade Davis save. Prime spot for the Royals. Ben ZOBRIST. Batting left-handed, swung on, line to the right field, a base hit. Perez will score. Dyson going home. There will be practically no play as he scores, and Martin has to go in front of the plate, and the Royals are up 2-0. They got to the Blue Jays bullpen, and they showed why that's always been their strategy. Ben ZOBRIST with a 2 RBI single with 1 out in the bottom of the 8th inning, and you can bet Davis will be getting ready. And Lorenzo CAIN, who is 0 for 3 so far, still a threat. Seeing if he can put even more runs on the board for the Royals. And the run that scored, both runs that scored, Perez and Dyson, are David Price's runs. What a game. Ball inside. Good eye by CAIN. And you gotta feel that the Blue Jays are in trouble. They probably feel it too. One of the best closers in the game will be coming up in the top of the 9th inning. Swung on and missed, strike one. Royals looking for a little bit of insurance. Is always nice to have. And that is fouled to the right side, so now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Ball low. High, 3-2. Full count. The payoff pitch to CAIN. Swung on, line to the right field, another base hit. Will Escobar try to run? It was shallow, so he will be held at third. Good call by Jersley. He would have been out. It was a good throw. But CAIN gets into it with his first hit of the game. And like everyone was wondering, Hendricks is proving to be easy for the Royals after facing David Price for so long.
Your attention, please.
And that'll be it for him. Aaron Loup coming into the game. Brett Cecil is saying enough.
Aaron Loup.
And his numbers not as impressive as Hendricks. Situation getting dire. Eric Hosmer coming up. Of course, they likely brought in the new pitcher, left-handed pitcher, to face the left-handed hitter, Eric Hosmer, with the bases loaded. So Loup gets ready to pitch against who would eventually become a All-Star Game MVP, Eric Hosmer, in 2016. Breaks his bat on the first pitch and fouls it to the left side. Swinging hard there. Swung it right into the dirt. Stressful situation for Loup as he tries to keep the Blue Jays in it. Swung on. This is hit into left field. Escobar will tag. He will run. Revere's throw to the plate will be cut off by Donaldson, and that slowed down the throw enough to make sure Escobar could score. So now 3-0 Royals.
Now batting. Designated.
Gotta wonder why Donaldson was there. It was unlikely Revere would get him anyway. Donaldson definitely slowed it down though. So here's Morales, batting right-handed again. And they can turn this into a blowout with 1 swing. Inside.
Counts 1-0.
The Blue Jays were not handling the stress as well as the Royals have today. Their bullpen has collapsed. The Royals have a 3-run lead, all 3 runs gotten in the 8th. And Morales is up 2-0 with 2 men on and 2 outs. Can they add to the lead? Even more. Ball 3. Moustakas on deck. A hitter's count for the power hitting Morales. Ball 4. Loup walks Morales on 4 straight pitches. Morales is not known for his patience, but it was not difficult to get the walk there. And so the third baseman, another left-handed hitter, Mike Moustakas. Again, this lefty-righty-lefty is why Loup came in the first place, but now he's got the bases loaded. I'm sure the plan for Cecil was for one of those first 2 batters to be outs. One of them turned into a run, even though he wasn't out.
That's a ball.
The first pitch he throws to Moustakas is a ball, and Loup is frustrated. He is having trouble putting it in the strike zone. 5 straight balls. As if the situation weren't bad enough for the Blue Jays, it's getting even worse if he can't learn to control his pitches. Foul. And Luke finally gets a strike on a foul ball. Swung on, fouled off again. Moustakas taking rips. That last one probably would have been a ball, if not both of them. Swung on, grounded, and Pompey has it, hesitates, still gets the play at first. Moustakas does not run well. But the Royals score 3 in the 8th inning. We'll see Davis coming at the top of the inning. You're listening to the Royals Radio Network.
Your attention, please. A defensive change for the Royals.
And, of course, the pinch running Gerard Dyson, who pitch ran for Gordon, will now take over in left field. And Wade Davis will take over on the mound. 17 saves. Of course, 2015, he only spent half the season as the closer, as after Greg Holland got hurt. Some say that the entire time HDH was going on, Davis was the best. So he is the closer here. He will face Tulowitzki. Then he will face Martin and Pilar. And you can bet he doesn't want to face another batter after that. The first pitch by Davis.
Nope, that's a
Ball low. And everyone remembers Game 6 of the ALCS, all Royals fans at least, when Davis pitched the 8th inning, then had an hour rest after a rain delay, and then had to come back and pitch the 9th. It was stressful, but he got it done. And right now, he's got 3 runs of insurance. The most you can give a closer and have it still be a save. Ball 2. Of course, Tulowitzki has 2 walks on the day. He's had a good eye. He has been patient, but has given the Blue Jays nothing as they were never able to bring him in. The 2-0 pitch. Fans standing, trying to give Davis some energy. Another ball. Bounces off the dirt. Tulowitzki once again has 3 balls. No strikes this time. Much like the way Ventura pitched to him, which got him 2 free bases. The 3-0. Probably will try to just put one in here. See if Tulowitzki will swing at it. He will not. It is in there, so 3-1. Still a hitter's count. If Davis can put another one in there, he'd get it to a full count, get it even on both sides. Would love to see a ground ball here, too. Swing and a miss, Tulowitzki. Definitely not patient on that one. The first time he swings, and it is ugly. Full count, 3-2. Davis can work back from 3-0 in a heartbeat. The payoff pitch. Swung on and missed. They say he swung, I believe. It was strike 3, and the leadoff man, Tulowitzki, is gone after being ahead in the count, 3-0. Looked to be in the strike zone. He was rung up on strikes. Good pitch by Davis, right there. One out, he gets to face Martin. Swung on, line, left field, well foul. Strike 1. And that's all the fans care about now. That's a strike. Dyson didn't even go after it. Chopped foul. Martin laid on it. Clearly out of the strike zone. Couldn't get the bat on his shoulder. Now he's down 0-2. The flip side of Tulowitzki, who started 3-0. Martin now starts 0-2. Swung on and missed. Davis gets him on 3 pitches. He turns around on the mound in excitement. He's 1 out away from finishing out this amazing pitcher's duel of a game. Don't usually see a ton of emotion from Davis. Who can't get excited about this? How can you not be romantic about baseball?
1-0.
And that ball is low, bounces off the dirt. Blue Jays know that they have to figure out how to get 3 runs off the best closer in baseball with 2 outs. Seemingly impossible task. Pilar is up in the count 1-0 right now. Strike 1. Count is even at 1. Davis 2 strikes away from finishing up this game. Ventura, Hochevar, and Davis have put on quite the show today. Strike 2. No, and you gotta wonder why Pilar would keep the bat on his shoulder at this point. Davis has been accurate since pitching to Tulowitzki. 1-2. And that's fouled off to the right side. One even has to wonder, with Davis's baseball IQ, if he was baiting Tulowitzki on that first at-bat. The 1-2 again. Swung on and missed. And the Royals win Game 2 of the ALCS. What a game. Price and Ventura duking it out on the mound. The Royals coming through against the Blue Jays bullpen after wearing down Price to the point where he could not pitch anymore. A great win for the Royals. Hochevar will, of course, get the win. Ventura pitched an amazing game, but Hochevar did pitch the 8th, and the Royals scored in the 8th. Davis gets the save. Perez, of course, scoring the go-ahead run in the 8th inning. Dyson scoring the 2nd. Escobar scoring the 3rd. Our final line score, Toronto no runs off 5 hits and no errors. The Royals 3 runs off 8 hits, also no errors. The Royals got all 3 runs in the 8th inning. Our player of the game today, Wade Davis, pitching the final inning. A 1-2-3, a pretty easy inning for him, as he always does, striking out Tulowitzki after getting him down 3-0. This copyrighted telecast is presented on authority of the Kansas City Royals and cannot be reproduced or retransmitted in any form, and the accounts and descriptions of this game may not be disseminated without the express written consent of the Kansas City Royals Baseball Corporation. Well, you see the final everything there, the score, the hits. The left on base by the Blue Jays really was an incredible game. On behalf of everyone here at the Gaming Killer, I'd like to thank you for watching this telecast of the 2015 Blue Jays and Royals. So everyone have a good night. Remember to stay frosty, and the price is right.
First for the victorious Kansas City Royals. 3 runs on 8 hits, no errors. They left 6 men on base. For the Blue Jays, no runs, 5 hits, no errors. They left 10 men on base. The winning pitcher is Luke Hochevar. Credit the save to Wade Davis. The loss goes to David Price. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 33 minutes. A reminder that Royals Express buses for downtown, Crown Center, Midtown, Plaza, Brookside, and Waldo are available for 1 hour after the final out on Lancer Lane along the 3rd base side of the stadium.
So this is the gaming killer here. Say hi, Denny Matthews.
Hi.
Yeah, that's Casey Soldier from the GTA videos, or Trains 34 is his YouTube channel.
Don't check it out, it's dead.
What?
Don't check it out, it's dead.
Oh, well, I mean, that's fair enough. So, this is the first time we've done something like this, kind of. I mean, not the first stream. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see where we go from here. So see you later, and stay frosty.
Leave a comment if you want more of these games. I'll do more.
Oh yeah, he will. Yeah, so we might actually, I might go to the postseason, get us to the World Series, so I can do this. I can't see what he just commented. Hold on. Awesome. Okay. Thanks, Frosty. David Price. We'll probably have to watch this later because that was very. He missed it just by moments. He missed David Price pitching by moments.
He left before the bottom of the inning?
Yeah. He was there during Ventura pitching and left before it ended. And Frosty didn't even get to see because he came in after Price got taken out. But yeah, Price did okay. Good. Okay. Well, he pitched perfectly and then got taken out.
He pitched a perfect game until what? It was the
8th inning.
It was the 8th? No, he pitched a shutout into the 8th. He pitched a perfect game, I think, with 2 outs in the 7th. 6 2/3 inning perfect is more than okay.
Well, isn't that accurate? What happened?
It was very accurate. They fell apart in the 8th inning. I think I mentioned that a couple of times.
Yeah, I thought you were going to mention it in the 8th. I wasn't really sure if you were doing a legacy game or not.
I was kind of doing it.
Kind of half and half.
I was mentioning stuff that hadn't happened yet.
Yeah, okay. What's it playing right now? Oh, this is the stage. It's playing the stage. You wouldn't know this. But anyway, player game, Wade Davis, yeah. Pretty good.
Should have been Ventura. That was for Ventura.
So here's where I cheat myself out and say like and subscribe and comment to get another one of these. I'm just kidding. Comment if you want him to do more of these, he will. I think.
Oh yeah, I'll do more.
He'll do more. So without further ado, or with further, I don't know. Anyway, stay frosty, and I hope you enjoyed the stream. Goodbye, y'all.